In the skies above the French Alps, a tragedy unfolded that would mark aviation history. This is the story of the Air India 101 crash. It was the year 1966, a time of transformation and change across the globe. On the 18th of January, above the majestic snow-capped peaks of Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the Alps, Air India Flight 101 was navigating its course. The Boeing 707, named Kanchenjunga, was a symbol of modern aviation, carrying 117 souls from Bombay to New York, with stops in Beirut and Geneva. Families, business people, and adventurers alike were aboard, their lives intertwined in a journey that promised new experiences and opportunities. But as the flight progressed, an unforeseen calamity was about to unfold. In a shocking twist of fate, their journey ended abruptly, transforming the peaceful alpine landscape into a scene of devastation. The Air India 101 crash was a catastrophe that sent shockwaves across the globe. Air India Flight 101, christened as Kanchenjunga, embarked on its ill-fated journey on January 24, 1966. A regular day at the Bombay International Airport saw the boarding of 117 passengers, each with their own stories, their own destinations. Among them were scientists, artists, and even a renowned nuclear physicist. It was a diverse microcosm of humanity, brought together by their shared journey aboard the Boeing 707. The flight crew, a seasoned team led by an experienced captain, prepared for the long haul to New York via Delhi and Geneva. They had flown this route numerous times, their routine as seamless as the takeoff of the Kanchenjunga. The flight plan was meticulously charted, with every waypoint, every altitude adjustment accounted for. The crew's confidence was as high as the cruising altitude they were to reach. As the Boeing 707 roared down the runway and lifted off into the clear Bombay sky, the passengers settled in for the journey. Some drifted off to sleep, lulled by the hum of the engines. Others engaged in hushed conversation, their voices blending with the steady rhythm of flight. Little did they know that this ordinary day would soon turn into a nightmare. As the plane cruised over the French Alps, disaster struck. The weather was clear, but a fatal misunderstanding unfolded in the cockpit. The pilot, misled by an erroneous interpretation of the plane's location, steered the aircraft off course. Unbeknownst to the pilot, the aircraft was drifting dangerously close to the towering peaks of the Mont Blanc Massif. Despite the clear skies, the deceptive serenity masked the impending doom. The pilot, still unaware of the perilous proximity to the mountain, continued on the fatal trajectory. The passengers, blissfully ignorant of the unfolding catastrophe, were likely admiring the majestic snow-covered peaks, not realizing that they were on a collision course. The final moments before the crash were swift and merciless. The roaring engines, the sudden and terrifying jolt, followed by the deafening silence. The plane had crashed into the mountainside. It was a scene of complete devastation, a chilling testament to human fallibility and the unforgiving nature of the Alps. In an instant, all 117 lives aboard were extinguished, marking the tragedy of the Air India 101 crash. The aftermath of the crash was as devastating as the event itself. In the wake of the disaster, recovery efforts were launched to retrieve the wreckage and any remains. The investigation into the crash revealed that a misunderstanding of the plane's location by the pilot was the cause, leading to a significant impact on aviation safety measures. Decades later, in 2013, a climber stumbled upon a box of emeralds and sapphires among the remnants of the crash in the French Alps. After unsuccessful attempts to locate the heirs of the passengers, the climber was granted permission to split the treasure, valued at approximately $169,000, with the French village of Chamonix. The legacy of Air India 101 is far-reaching. It led to a rethink of aviation safety protocols and served as a catalyst for change in the industry. But it also left an indelible mark on the landscape and the memory of those who remember the tragic event. The Air India 101 crash remains etched in history, a stark reminder of the thin line between life and death in the aviation world.